You are the winner.
Oh, really?
You are the winner.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. Haha.
Yeah.
I won something. So I am doing my first cyclocross race today, and I didn't get here in time to pre-ride the course. Wish me luck.
Racers ready?
For those of you that don't know what a cyclocross is, it's typically a set amount of time, as many laps as you can do around a closed course that has obstacles that you are more or less required to carry your bike over. In this case, in the Thrilla Cyclocross race that we're in right here, there are a set of stairs you have to carry your bike over and a set of absolute obstacles that you have to do, as well as this ridiculous sand pit that you will see coming up about halfway through the race. This race in particular actually started out a lot slower than I expected. Typically, I haven't done a cyclocross race in the past, but I've done mountain bike races and crits, and typically they start out full board. It's everybody sprinting as hard as they can to try to get position before the single track. Not my style. I definitely like to kind of just hold my position at the start, knowing full well there's going to be a choke point. I'm not trying to win these races. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. I know that if I go all out, I'm going to burn a match, I'm going to get to that single track, and I'm going to die. So in this situation, I just sort of put eyes on the guy in brown, stuck to his wheel, and knowing that we'd get to this single track and there'd be a ton of congestion and everybody's going to be hitting each other. I almost died right here. This single track section right here actually took me by surprise. It's a lot more narrow than it looks to be on camera. I'm rolling 45s during this race, and it felt like I was driving a diesel truck down an Italian alley. It was crazy how narrow it felt. And this is that congestion I'm talking about. Everybody rushes and burns these matches and their heart rates are 190, but I caught you because there's just not a lot of room to go much faster. People are they're gonna dictate the pace. You can notice how sandy it is too through all this. There's a couple of these turns that I need to take better. That one was decent. I noticed even when I was doing the actual course that I seemed to take the inside line a little too fast. What I want to do next week, go outside in instead of trying to hold inside the whole way. It's like I lose all my momentum coming in, and then I've got to slam 700 watts to come back out. And really I just need to hold that position, hold that momentum. This was a huge choke point. The GoPro doesn't show up, but that's a very steep hill. And then on top of that, the tarmac isn't flush with it. So it's got this like 6-inch lip. So you're coming up this hill, and then you gotta pop the curb, and it causes a lot of problems. This is the first time I've been around it. So for me, I just wanted to get up there, find a wheel, and just power through this tarmac part. It's a pretty short section that then just pulls a hard left back into the sand. But I used this in the 3 laps that I did as a way to just sort of take a breath, find a wheel if there was one, rest my arms because it's a pretty technical course. Holding your bike up through all that sand and all the super sharp turns you'll see coming up here was surprisingly taxing. I expected this to be difficult in my legs and in my cardio, but really, honestly, it was very difficult in your upper body and your core. You don't really get a chance outside of this one section to just sort of like get into the flow of things. This kid passes me and then decides to crash. Super fun. Not making fun of him, it's all good. Like, we all basically almost crashed. It was just funny because I passed him on that uphill part. He had something to say, and then right there, he passes me at the last second and then crashes, and then I never see him again. Here's the first obstacle. This is the first time I've ever hopped off my bike and carried it over any obstacle ever. And one thing I learned right here is that I caught up really well, but then I waited a little bit too long to get back on the bike. And a lot of that ground that I gained went away because of that right there. So next week, what I want to do is hop off my bike, carry it quickly through those sections, and then try to keep my momentum. I'm sure that's just a practice thing. The more that I'm on and off that bike, the better I'll be here. But you'll notice a lot of this first lap, a lot of any of the laps, I take some really weird lines. I'm pretty tentative. Again, this is the first time that I've ridden the course. It's the first time I've done a cyclocross race. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing, what this looks like, how does this bike handle in this stuff, how sandy is the course, how loose is the dirt. I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to not crash. I'm just trying to not die, you know? I'm just trying to get through to the end of this race with a smile on my face and some dirt on my teeth. And I feel like I accomplished that. I had a great time. So this little single track, I've actually ridden this before. It's a fun little section if you're coming back from some of the local trails to get back into town. So I've taken this before. I knew where this was. Comes over here, almost popped that curb. Come back through the crowd here, and this is about halfway. So we're about a mile in right now. And this is where things get kind of wild. So first off, you're gonna hit the sand pit, which doesn't seem that big of a deal, but man, it ate people alive. It's way deeper than you think it is. So here I tried to get through it. I actually tried to ride through it on all 3 laps. And one thing that I've realized, and looking back at the video or even just thinking about the race, is that it's not worth it. Even if it's 2 or 3 seconds faster to stay on your bike, the amount of effort and power required to get through there on your bike is just too high. Every time you go through there, you're burning a match. Next week, and I could be wrong, but next week I absolutely plan on getting off my bike, running through the sand, getting back on my bike, and saving whatever energy I can for this section right here. It's one of the only sections on the course that you can actually pass people, and I want to make sure that I'm coming through here rested, powerful,
Sneaky one. Yeah. Wow.
Feeling like I have enough energy to get through here into lap 2 ahead of the people I came in here with. This is another fun little obstacle section. I actually had a great time pulling my bike and running through stuff. It's just different. It's a cool mental exercise because you're not just locked into one cadence or one power like you are in a lot of gravel races, or you're not just stuck behind somebody on a single track like you are in mountain bike races, or in a crit where it's just go as hard as you can, find the wheel, and hope you survive. Those little obstacles are a really great way to kind of break up the monotony of a bike race. And then you'll notice how windy it gets through here. It's non-stop. And the thing that really took me by surprise is that the dirt was actually very, very loose. So I grew up on the Oregon coast, or in the valley for the most part, and when I see dirt, I think really good soil. This is gonna be really easy to ride, it's gonna grab my tires really well, and I'm able to fly through here. But apparently in Central Oregon, even the dirt is loose. It's not just moon dust that you're dealing with, it's loose dirt. And a lot of this is just crazy loose. It's just like soil on top of sand, and it just takes you by surprise. And then all of this through here is just unkempt. It's bumpy and it's rooty, and the grass is in clumps, and it's just beating you up. I felt pretty good through most of this, but I did notice about 3/4 of the way on each lap that this section really sapped my energy, which again is why going through the sand pit, I want to make sure that I don't use energy, right? I want to get off my bike, walk, run through it, get back on here, and use my energy through this because it's super tight, super windy, bumpy, shifty, loose. It just was a lot, and it doesn't seem like it should be, but it was. Even that tiny little route right there really, I don't know, it just takes it out of you. Hey, and there's Beth and Cora cheering for me. Hi, guys. But the cool thing about this cyclocross race, I don't know if they're all like this, but the sense of community was awesome. You'll see in front of us is a little dude just shredding around. And like, good for him. I love to see it. He's awesome. There wasn't a lot of pushing and shoving or yelling or grunting or getting mad at each other. It was just like, let's go ride our bikes. This is super fun. completely ridiculous, and we're all having a great time.
Lap 1, baby.
And that's the course. That's lap 1 right there. I end up doing 3 of these, which if you want to continue watching, great. If not, all good. But I'm going to stop talking now because I'm just going to be repeating myself. We're going to go through this, goes into the single track, up and over and around, big steep hill that comes up, go back down, etc., etc. I learned a lot. I'm excited for next week. And yeah, hope you enjoy this video.
Woo! Oh. What?
I flattened.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Bring the noise! There we go, make some noise! On your left. Thank you. Oh! Keep it up, man. Woo! Woo-hoo! Let's go! Oh. Totally right. Ah, there it is. Hi, Cora!
Woo, nice job!
That it? I won some tires. I was the most hype. Got some nucks? Thanks for cheering me on, little girly.
I do that.
I'm all the way around, huh? So fast, huh? Can I have a hug? Oh yeah, hug. Oh. I was the most excited rider, so I won a pair of free gravel tires, which is awesome. So shout out to Horner and the Thrilla Cyclocross for finally giving me the credit I deserve for being a very excitable human. That was a lot of fun. That's race 1 of 4. There's one next Thursday, Thursday after that, I think I'll be doing all 4 of them. So that was super cool. That was awesome.